Hey guys, welcome back to the 31 Days of Yuletide Tarot. This is Meg, and I'm excited to share my reading for you today. As usual, everything I'm using for this is linked in the description below, so I'll have a link to where you can find the deck I'm using, as well as the spread. Go check them out if you're interested. I'm also including links to my social media so you can get a hold of me outside of YouTube if you would like to do so. This is day 11 and I'm excited to share this. Like I said, this one's going to be a long one, so let's get started in. Also, before I do though, I will be looking down in frame, so if you see me doing that, it's that I'm reading my notes because I've handwritten them instead of typed them. The reason I'm making this distinction is because normally I type out my scripts for my standard blogs. I'm not doing that here, so bear with me. It'll work out. This spread is representing Yule and it's representing Christmas, and it's kind of long, like I just said, so let's get going in on it. This first card is going to represent your star, kind of where is your light, and this is represented by the ancestor. This suggests that you have started a new cycle and that you may have been nervous about it, but whether you were nervous about it or not, the shift from old to new has already happened, and you are being called to trust your voice and your instincts to help yourself make it through. This next card represents what you are hopeful for in the new year, and this is represented by the Woodward. This is suggesting that you are finding your courage because you're coming through adversity, and it's the process of rebalancing yourself. You don't know where this courage is coming from, but you know you're having it. It could mean that you're having to face uncomfortable truths about a situation or about yourself. There may be some issues that aren't going to be easily resolved, but you have to find a point at which you can start and go from there and don't look back. Because this is about, this is about change and confidence and, rebalancing what was thrown off. This next card is going to represent your vision for the future and where you see yourself as of this time next year. And this is represented in the Green Man. The character of the card is represented by his generosity and his giving of creative energy. He'll also help you move towards something better, maybe he's moving you into new confidence. He represents a time of giving and receiving of things, both inwardly and outwardly, and he's asking you to prepare to thrive when he's with you, because he's asking, you're coming to the top of your cycle, and it's time to enjoy it and to be present for it. Give me a minute. Okay. So this next card is what you are tending or watching over, and this is represented in, yes, this is the Eight of Vessels. I saw this big bowl here, but there's more here, and I think there's some in the trees. Eight of Vessels. This is representing rebirth, and here you're taking stock of your past and acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them. You're growing and because you're looking and acknowledging things, you're attaining wisdom from these things. And the good thing about doing that is that it's helping your future. It's, you know, it's showing that your future is going to be positive because we're receiving those energies that you're coming to from being reborn of these past issues. So I think that's pretty cool. So to sum that up a little bit better, your past is informing your future. It is time to move on from it, but by acknowledging that these mistakes happened, you're coming to a better state. So this next card represents the kind of messages that you bring. To put the exact wording out there, what glad tidings do you bring, and what message do you bring to others? What are you hoping to say? This next, see, and I like this one, especially for me. This next card is represented in the Three of Stones, or creativity. And as I'm going to speak personally here, as an artist, it's helpful when you're listening to your instincts. And this card is suggesting that you as the artist, you as the creative, or maybe you as the goal setter, maybe, are listening to what your instincts are telling you, and you have the courage and freedom and skill to mediate the energy that's coming to you. You also need to really refine that energy and make, refine it, focus it, because that's going to make it meaningful and effective for the things that you want to achieve. So like I said, goal setters, you don't have to be a painter or a digital artist or a photographer for this to apply. Whatever you want to make of your future, listen to your inner heart and let that energy be fine point to what you want to do. So this next card represents how you're going to find your joy in the coming year. And this is represented in the Three of Bows. This is calling itself fulfillment. And this fulfillment or this nourishment is going to come from a spiritual source that's going to give you security and joy. And whatever that might mean, whatever goals you have, whatever desires you might want to achieve for yourself, they're going to be reached, and they're going to enrich you as a person. You're going to have, let's try that again. You're going to have a lot of good things coming to you because of the way that your desires and your goals are being fulfilled. So that is the Three of Bows. This next card is talking about the gifts that you as a person carry. This is represented in the Five of Bows, or the title for it is Empowerment. And it talks about facing and overcoming your fears. Facing and overcoming your fears as a means of becoming more resilient in situations that you didn't expect yourself to be in. It will put you into a mindset that I'm no longer helpless because I'm facing this situation. And so the outcome of the situation might not be what you expect, but you have an effect on it because you're not being afraid of it. So, whatever that situation is, by facing the anxiety and the fears that you have of it will make you stronger. Okay. So the next card is talking about how, whether you call this God, the spirit, whatever, you know, if you don't believe in this at all, what energy, how is God, the spirit, how is that showing up for you? And this is showing up in the Seven of Vessels. This is a time to honor what's past and gone. And we have to learn from the process of letting go. It may be hard, and it may be a strenuous activity for you. I know for a fact that change and letting go is hard for me. But the way we can offer those of us who do experience a really big identity crisis when we're called to do this, the way to best do this for us is to offer thanks for the memories we've had and come to be at peace with the past. So yeah, the past is dead and gone. Things that once were will no longer be, and letting go by honoring our memories and being present to them will help us move past what we might be experiencing. So this next card asks what the source of our rebirth might be. And this card that came up is the Six of Vessels, or reunion. And it's talking about a situation that will take some time to resolve. It's not going to happen right away that it gets, whatever situation gets over with. But by bringing love and affection for the other person experiencing the situation may be the best way to bring whatever tension might be associated with the situation back a little bit. It could mean that it's a reignition of a memory, or, you know, soulmates might be coming back together after a period of time apart. It could mean a number of things, but it's a coming back together of what was once apart. So, and I think that's pretty cool, because it's helping heal the hurt from this card, I would say. So the next card is asking what power that you have. What is the power that you have that will bring you through the cold season? So moving forward, what gifts can you use to your advantage? And again, this is a repeat card. Some of these were. But we have the Mirror showing up again. And this is suggesting that patience and care and trust are going to be key in helping you gain wisdom into your unconscious. And that these insights are coming from dreams and meditations, but you gotta listen to yourself before you make any plans, and you can't rush the pace of this. And listen, just step back and listen to yourself, because these insights and these insights are going to help you heal what may have been hurting you from the past. This next card asks, what are you missing, guys? What are we missing by having not dealt with our issues? And this is represented in the Ace of Bows, or the Spark of Life. So it talks about, it talks about being sparked into action, kindling of the flame, sparks, light, and warmth. And this suggests the human element of a partnership with the environment we're in. And so I feel like it's when we reconnect, when we're reconnecting with ourselves and with nature, that's when we start feeling, if not whole, at least renewed enough to move forward. And talks about, you know, what our gifts are. So I think I'm going to go on a limb and interpret this minus my notes here. I think what this is suggesting is that when we reconnect the dots between our spirits, our environment, and how we live, it's going to enrich the experience we have, whether that's good or bad, I can't say, because, you know, I could interpret it for myself, but we're going to leave it broad. It makes the experience of living a lot, if not better, at least easier. So reconnection and being sparked again. And this last card is, what is the fortune that you're bringing? What do you, what good fortunes are you ready to accept? And this is represented in the hooded man. Now, I'm going to go on a limb and suggest that this is a thematic analog for the death card in some other interpretations. And in that case, death, especially in other interpretations, it's not bad. Death is not bad. Sure, it might imply a physical death, but that's rarely what it means. It's suggesting, especially here and in these other interpretations, that you are coming out of a situation that maybe you didn't expect to be in, but you were in anyway. That situation is over. It's ending. The cycle is done. You're coming back out. And you need to take a minute to process where you've been and what you've been going through. He's here. The hooded man, especially in this case, obviously you see the card, but he's here. And it's time for you to listen to what he's saying to you. I think you know, step back, look over here, and, you know, you'll see, there's where I started, I'm here now. There's some distance, and I crossed it, and it was a challenge, and it was hard, but I did it. And now I have a stronger, I have a stronger understanding of who I am as a person. And that's pretty cool. So that is the hooded man, and that has been the Yule spread for day 12. I'm really excited to have been able to share this with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. As I said at the beginning, everything is linked in the description below, so check it out if you are interested. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Blessed be.